Why are upper demons so overpowered?
Upper rank demon 6, Kaigaku. This guy just happened to be promoted after Gyutaro's unfortunate death. His weapon of choice is one of the Demon Slayer's swords, actually this fleshy, demonic version of it. Some of this guy's abilities do come from his swordsmanship skills when he was actually a Demon Slayer, which means he's very speedy and has the reflexes to boot. And for the main dish, you have the Blood Demon Art, Electrokinesis. This allows this powerful demon to manipulate black lightning generating from his flesh and blood. This might as well just be like an awakened mood, since it does enhance his attack range, his speed, and just gives his natural boost to the thunder breathing techniques he does know. Kaigaku was actually Zenitsu's former buddy, training under the same master. You know what this means, Kaigaku has mastered all of the thunder forms except the first. Included in his package is the thunder breathing second form, Right Spirit, which feels like the basic move, 5 slashes and lightning comboed in. The third form, Thunder Swarm. As the name suggests, you have the demon surrounding the enemy with waves of lightning and attacking from all directions. The fourth form, Disaster Thunder. Did this guy just become Pikachu? Just like the Pokemon mascot, this guy generates electricity to hit with this strong thunderbolt from afar. The fifth form, Heat Lightning. You got the upper rank 6 unleashing this slash from afar, of course lightning included. The sixth form, Rumble and Flash. So this feels like an enhanced version of the previous one, unleashing powerful, long-range lightning attacks at the enemy from afar. So how about someone like Luffy or Ground type fighting this dude? Upper rank Demon 5, Gyoko. So this is actually a very interesting one. This dude specializing in pots, vases, and other demon fish. He's able to make his skin and body extremely hard, harder than fricking diamonds, so what a defense. Like this guy has survived getting his head knocked off by Muzan himself, so getting his head cut off by Demon Slayers is really a no biggie. Once this guy blossoms into his true form, watch out. Cause if you touch him, you might be turning into a fish. You came for a fight and then you're suddenly lunchtime. But then for the real fun, the Blood Demon Art. Porcelain Vases. You got this guy summoning a bunch of pots throughout the area, varying in sizes. Did someone say game time? Cause this guy's gonna be teleporting from one pot to another one. Naturally, this makes evading threats so easy. Although on the flip side, he can trap Demon Slayers inside of the pots, so watch out. This demon could actually fuse whatever's in the pots together, like multiple people. Really, don't get sucked in. An extension to the Blood Demon Art is this guy being able to summon colossal fishes. These fishes are no pushovers since they could take out Demon Slayer no problem. And they're tough as hell, the only way to actually take them down is to destroy the pot. For his moves, he had the 1000 needle fish kill. You got Gyoko just summoning a bunch of floating fish. Hey, is this guy Gomamon? Oh, and watch out because they do come with poisonous needles. Don't worry, the poison's not gonna hurt you, it's just gonna paralyze you. The Water Prison Pot. This guy could actually trap you in water. It's actually interesting that this is super effective against Demon Slayers, since if you're within water, your breathing techniques are suddenly cut off. The Octopus Vase Hell. Oh yes, time for a Japanese classic with a tentacle move. You got the favorite way of restricting a target. The 10,000 Gliding Slimefish. Or should I really just say piranha, cause they really are gonna leave nothing left. And if you just so happen to cut the fishes, you guessed it, they're gonna be spreading poison. The Killer Fish Scales. So screw everything, time to get up close and personal. So really just going on this speedy rampage. Getting into the big leagues, upper rank 4, Han Tengu. Supposedly being within the top 5 demons to have ever been created. Perhaps one of the most notable things about this demon is his ability to hide his presence, stealth. Oh yes, even Tanjiro, Inosuke, or Zenitsu cannot detect this dude, not unless he's super close and you can see him. So let's get into it, the main course, the Blood Demon Art. The Emotion Manifestation. In short, this guy is actually able to create clones that embody his different emotions. And the clones also can't die unless the main body dies too. Up first is the first clone, Sakido. This guy's weapon of choice is a familiar staff. He even comes with his own Blood Demon Art, Lightning Generation. From this, he summons this lightning bolt from his staff. So watch out, if this hits you, you may be paralyzed or just wipe out. Clone number 2, Karaku. The weapon of choice for this one, the lovely Japanese fan. This guy's Blood Demon Art is Aerokinesis, so might as well just call this guy the Wind type. But no joke, this guy really has the power of a dragon, or should I say a tornado, or really just make it impossible for anyone to move during the battle. The one drawback for this is actually a lovely one, which is if someone takes a fan, they could actually use that power against him. So much fun. Clone 3, Aisetsu. Going back to the spear for this one. The blood demon art for this one is a spear projection. He's really just using the spear to thrust and project the spear to attack the opponent from afar. You have weeping spears. Like the name suggests, this guy creates multiple long-range spears to attack. Clone number 4, Urogi. Forget about weapons, this guy is actually able to mimic the abilities and powers of bird-type creatures. So like sprouting wings and having sharp claws. Oh yes, this guy doesn't need a weapon because he could freaking fly at high speed. The only real weakness to this guy is his flight ability is limited. For example, if he becomes too heavy, sorry, you're like a grounded chicken. His blood demon art is a sonic scream. He can create this powerful wave from his mouth. Get away or your ears and nose may bleed. Zo Hakuten. Did someone say polymerization? Cause this is a combination of the first 4 clones. Right off the bat, this guy just has this demonic pressure. Tanjiro was choking just trying to breathe. For the demon blood art fun, there's 2. First off, wood manipulation. Oh, did I say wood? Why not just shape that into 5 dragon heads to go on this feeding frenzy? The second blood demon art, ability combination. So now the dragon heads get a power boost. They could also use electricity, they could use wind moves, and of course sound waves to blast your eardrums. Oh, and don't forget about spear attacks. If it gets to this point, just give up. But let's not forget about Clone 5, Urami. Really meant for in case of emergencies. This upper demon has the ability to increase his side a few fold, just in case he needs to hide his precious heart. Upper rank 3, Mr. Baseball Head himself, Akazam. This guy really is in the top 3 for a reason. He is a master at hand-to-hand combat. Unfortunately, as Rengoku has seen personally, like other demons, he has super high-speed regeneration, either growing limbs back together or reattaching them. In combination with his regeneration, he has such a will to fight to live that unlike other demons, he's actually able to fully regenerate his head if needed. First techniques he practices is Soryu style, which is actually the martial arts style he focused on when he was still a human. This includes a focus on striking swords called a bell splitter, essentially trying to hit a sword from the side trying to break it. Oh, but did you forget? There still is a blood demon art. You got Akaza combining his martial arts style and all those shockwaves with his original Soryu style he mastered as a human. The only difference is this guy has full control over them, whether they're invisible air pressure, flowing streams, or even cannon-shaped spikes. Oh yeah, and don't forget throughout this, he's still able to punch and kick your ass. The compass needle, this is how Akaza senses a person's fighting spirit. So you're pretty much done with this. He's able to detect your location, and he knows where and how any enemies are going to attack him, including from his blind spots. On the flip side, this also helps him discover the opponent's weaknesses. This is how Akaza is always aiming for critical hits in vital spots. The air type, from simply punching in front, this guy creates this shockwave. Disorder, oh yes, just keep on punching in front creating those shockwaves. More concentrated and much more deadly. Annihilation type, which is supposed to be one of his most powerful techniques. You got this demon lunging forward, punching so powerful that's supposed to go through any attack. Sorry Rengoku. The 8-layer demon core. This guy really loves his shockwave techniques. This one focuses on 8 powerful punches. The leg type. So much like Deku's shoot style, this guy switches to leg combat. The crown splitter. You got a reverse rising kick that's so powerful that unleashes, you guessed it, shockwaves. The explosive flurry. What's better than a kicking shockwave? A lot more of them, hence the explosive part. The flying planet 1,000 wheels. You got Akaza kicking his opponent with both legs, really just getting them to rise upward. The crushing type, a technique that focuses on the brute force just to wreck the enemy. 10,000 leaf slashing whittle. Did someone say finishing move? You got this powerful downward punch to deliver the largest shockwave possible just to destroy the ground. Final form, blue silver chaotic afterglow. Ultimate technique time. So you got punches and kicks coming from every single direction, omnidirectional, capable of bringing down any defensive ability. I don't know about you, but I don't want to fight this dude. I think you gotta be even more impressed that Rengoku almost took him out. Upper rank 6, Doma. This one being the one that happened to turn Daki and Gyutaro into demons. The fun part about this is that Muzan doesn't really like him. Doma is actually so arrogant to actually outright admit that Akaza has no chance versus him. Doma's a little special since he's incapable of feeling human emotion, although he does try to fake it. Unlike other demons that physically feast on humans, Doma has been seen to physically be able to just absorb them with contact. Doma's body itself is also able to break down and become resistant to various poisons within a short time period. Then for the big boy, the blood demon art, cryokinesis. So he's like Elsa, just manipulating ice at will. It's essentially poison in the air. If you breathe any of the ice air in, Doma is now literally attacking your lungs. So don't worry if you don't get frozen, you just won't be able to breathe. For his actual moveset, he has Tensen Jutsu, which is the art of fighting with that Japanese war fan. It is implied that this surpasses anything that the previous upper demon was able to dish out. The Frozen Lotus. You got Doma unleashing this fan slash, creating ice shards and several ice lotuses. Barren Hanging Garden. So really an improvement on the other one, this time 8 to 10 times, generating more ice shards. Freezing Clouds. Did someone say Blizzard? You got this guy creating cold wind and using his fan to just set everything on ice. Lotus Vines. So this move is actually focused on capturing the opponent or just slicing them up with ice that's long with these frosty vines. Cold White Princesses. You got Doma summoning these two humanoid figures. They're actually able to blow icy air at the opponent. All of this is actually cold enough to freeze anything instantly, so watch out. Wintry Icicles. Keeping it simple, you got icicles used to impale the enemy. Scattering Locusts. You got Doma creating this blizzard. The super fun part are the ice lotus petals. Byakuya says, bro. The Crystalline Divine Child. He could create up to 6 mini versions of himself, all that possess the same abilities as him. Rhyme Water Lily Statue. You got this big ass statue created from the lotuses of ice. With all those clones, I don't even know why you need this. This statue could also use windy, deadly ice from his mouth. Not to mention it's just a physical threat. Don't get caught by it. And then the big bad, upper rank demon 1, Kokushibo. This guy's weapon of choice is his Demon Slayer demonic blade from the time that he was a demon slayer. Just like Doma, this guy could absorb people just through physical contact, no need to use your teeth. Notably, this guy still has the Demon Slayer mark. As a human, this drastically improves your abilities, but now as a demon, you're immortal, so you get that unlimited Demon Slayer plan. Just like his brother Yoriichi, the strongest Demon Slayer who ever lived, Kokushibo also has access to the transparent world. This means he's able to see their muscle, blood flow, pretty much anything from their opponent, which means he could predict their movement and attacks. It's like the previous two guys, just on steroids.
But forget about power, who's the best demon? Twisted personality, their drip, whatever, vote below. Click right here to find out what makes Tanjiro the main character overpowered, and I'll see you guys later.